18 chapters. Each chapter had something amazing which you can take away as a learning and apply it to our life. We are reading the Bhagavad Gita. So as we start speaking about the Bhagavad Gita, we are going to talk today about chapter 1, Arjuna Vishada Yoga, which is the chapter which talks about, it's the introductory chapter to the Bhagavad Gita. And while I explain the meaning of this chapter, I would like to come to the crux of it. We find the world's best warrior, Arjuna, amidst a battle which he is having with his own family, where he believes that, do I really need to fight with my family? Do I really need to do this? And his state is very much like the state of a lot of us, which we all are going through right now. In fact, when I read the Bhagavad Gita, I realize one thing, that all the doubts which Arjuna has in Bhagavad Gita, which he asks Lord Krishna, are the doubts which you and I have in our life as we read the Bhagavad Gita. And Shri Krishna, Lord himself, is giving knowledge about consciousness. The term Krishna itself means consciousness. So wherever Krishna talks about him as a person, he is not talking to him as a person. He is talking about connecting to the wisdom of consciousness, the wisdom of universe. So I'm going to highlight a few chapters from, I'm going to highlight a few shlokas or verses from chapter 1, which you all would find interesting and which would take your knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to the next level. The first chapter begins with a conversation between Dhritarashtra, the king of Hastinapur, along with Sanjay, his assistant, who is clairvoyant. Now, Sanjay can see what is happening on the battlefield with his clairvoyance. Now, what is clairvoyance? Clairvoyance is the ability to see beyond your physical eyes. Now, Sanjay has been gifted with this so that he could watch the battlefield and he could describe what is happening on the battlefield to Dhritarashtra the king. Now this is exactly what we talk about, are the supernatural powers which all of us have. If your third eye or Ajna chakra is open, you will be able to see beyond the third eye. So this is not mythology, this is actually energy science, and we lost contact with how to access this energy science after years of destruction. The information sciences which we had previously was destroyed, and now because we do not have proofs to it, we believe that it is mythology. Anyway, coming back to what did Sanjay see on the battlefield. So Sanjay actually describes initially that both the armies are standing facing each other, which means they are almost ready to fight the battle. Now here is the state of Arjun, who is completely bewildered, who is completely confused about why is he fighting the battle, because he is fighting his own kith and kin, his family, and he's really confused as whether he should really fight the battle or not. Anytime a war starts, they begin with blowing off their own conches, the conch shell, and there is a very beautiful verse where each of these warriors are blowing their own conches, and it goes this way: Panchajanyam Rushikesham Devadattam Dhananjaya Poundram Dadmau Mahashankham Bhima Karma Vrukodara Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putrau Yudhishthira Nakulas Sahadevascha Sugoshamani Pushpakau. Now these are the names of each of the conches which all these warriors have. And Panchajanya, the conch of Lord Shri Krishna itself, is the sound which is created at the Ajna chakra. So when we connect, Ajna or the third eye chakra is the seat of consciousness, and the sound which works with the Ajna chakra is the sound of the conch, Panchajanya. So this is one of the most amazing verses which I love in this chapter. Towards the end of chapter, as the chapter starts ending, Arjun is really confused, and he is a classic overthinker, like most of us who are in the Kali Yuga, who are thinking what if, and he's only thinking that what if I kill my own family? Will that make me commit a sin? Will that make me create problems? Will that really hamper my family lineage in the future? And he has all these doubts, and towards the end of this chapter he says that I'm not going to fight, because I believe that if I fight here, I might really commit some sin, and I'm not wanting to fight this battle. Senayor ubhayor madhye ratham sthapayamechyuta. Arjun is telling Lord Shri Krishna, who is his charioteer, to place his chariot right between both the teams who are on the war, so that he could look at all of them and try to understand that, okay, the war is actually happening. This is where Arjun starts talking to Lord Shri Krishna about his thoughts on the war which is about to take place. Only Arjun can stop Arjun from fighting, because this is exactly the classic case of how our resistances work. We are the only ones who stop us from taking that leap of faith, making sure we follow our life purpose and making sure we shine in our light. And that is exactly what Bhagavad Gita is all about. Each of you who are watching me right now, each of us, we have an Arjun inside of us. We know what we are supposed to do, but we do not do it because we are afraid that we might fail, because we are afraid that we might do something wrong. We are afraid that we might break rules, or we might create something bad because of which people will start hating us, or we have that whole shame guilt wound within us. And Arjun is going through the same, and hence he is allowing his resistance to overpower him. Now, our resistance is the only thing which stops us from being us. The next 17 chapters, because Bhagavad Gita is total 18 chapter book. So in the next 17 chapters, it will all be about Arjun taking back his power, Arjun releasing his resistances, and Arjun in the process learning the true way of life, learning what is the world about, who is he, what has he come for, what is his life purpose, and what is the knowledge which he needs to understand. And the beautiful conversation between Lord Krishna and Arjun is with us as Bhagavad Gita, and all the next chapters will take you so much deep into understanding of yourself and understanding of the world and understanding of the universe. And we are going to make it really simple for you, so that it will make you actually pick up your own books. I'm sure every house has a Bhagavad Gita. Sit and read it. You could use English, Marathi, Hindi, Gujarati, Punjabi, whatever it is, translator, so that you can read it, because Sanskrit will be a little difficult to understand. So start reading, and I will see you very soon giving summary of chapter 2, which is Sankhya Yoga, which is my favorite chapter in Bhagavad Gita. Till then, thank you very much for watching, and sending you lots of love and blessings on this day. Thank you.